here. This is probability now. And this says a bag contains 12 apples and 2 oranges. Find the probability of choosing 4 apples at random without replacement. So first and foremost, what's the total number of well, it just says apples, right? So the probability of choosing 4 apples is going to be, so that means what do you want to choose? You want to choose 4 apples, but you don't want to choose any oranges, all right? So the probability of you getting I'm going to write apple, 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 then a apple, probability of getting 4 apple is going to be equal to, you're choosing first apple, there are 12 apple out of how many fruits? 14. So it's 12 out of 14. Then you're going to multiply it by how many apples left back? 11. And you can choose any one of those 11 out of the remaining fruits, which is 13, times to get an next apple now. How many fruits left back after you take out 2 apples? 12. And then there are 10 apples in there. Times to get the 4th apple now, we have 11 fruits in here, and this is 9. So we work this out, and that would be the probability of getting 4 apples. So let's just evaluate this question using our calculator. So it is going to be 12 divided by 14, and then that is being multiplied by, that's 11, and that's being divided by 13. Then that's now multiplied by 10 divided by 12. Then that's multiplied by 9 divided by 11. So we evaluate all of this. 45 over 91. That is what we get. 45 over 91. That's the probability of getting. That's the probability of getting 4 apples. It's without replacement. That's why the denominator changes. Now, nice. Now, alternately, you could have done this by saying the probability of getting 4 apples, of choosing 4 apples, I'm going to write 4a in this case. The probability of choosing 4 apples is equal to, choosing 4 apples. We're choosing 4 apples from 12 apples multiplied by, we don't want to choose no orange out of the 2 orange, and then we divide it by, we are choosing 4 from 14. We work this out and that will give us the same answer right here, I guarantee you. So let's go ahead and do that. You're going to get the same answer right here. So here it is now, we are choosing, let's do this, put the fraction. It is going to be, I'm going to put my bracket, 12 choose 4, close that bracket, and it's being multiplied by 2 choose 0, close that bracket, and then now it is being divided by 14 choose 4. 14 choose 4. There you go, same 45 out of 91. This also works out to be 45 over 91. Nice and easy, soft. So of course, method 1 is more add math way. This is add math way of doing it. And method 2 is more pure math way. Nice and easy. Question 2 says, West Indies have 20 players selected in the squad for World Cup 2021. 11 players are chosen to play the first game. Chris Gayle and Kieron Pollard are the two most experienced players on the team. Find the probability of choosing the team with Chris Gayle and Kieron Pollard both playing. So first and foremost, how many players are you selecting? So we are choosing 9 other players. We're choosing 9 players and Gayle and Pollard. So Pollard and Gayle is already chosen. So really and truly, to find the probability now of choosing a team with Gayle and Pollard, the probability of choosing, let me write 9 other players. I'm going to write 9P, comma, with Chris Gayle and Pollard. All right, probability of choosing 9 other players with Gayle and Pollard. Let me write P-O-L-L, Polly for Pollard. For those of you who watch cricket, you know we call Pollard Polly. So the probability of choosing 9 other players with Gayle and Pollard, that is going to be equal to, it is now, we're choosing Gayle already chosen. So Gayle and Pollard chosen. So that's 1 times 1. Because Gayle is already chosen. So that's 100%, 100%. Times, now you're choosing 9 players from the remaining 18. So you're choosing 9 from the remaining 18. Then that is going to then be divided by, you're choosing 11 from 20. Then that will give you the probability of choosing 9 from this. That's the probability of choosing 9 other players with Gayle and Polly there. Nice and easy, soft. So let's do that on our calculator. So we do that on our calculator. We just need to work out 18, choose 9, 18, choose 9, and then we divide that by 20, choose 11. 20, choose 11. So we evaluate that and we get 11 over 38. So that's the probability of choosing a team with both their most experienced players playing. And that's it. That's all you do to do this probability question. Again, remember we choose 9 because Gayle and Pollard is already chosen. Gayle did it 100%, Pollard did it 100%. And so now you only have 9 to choose from out of 18. Then you divide it by the total possibility. Remember, that's how we find probability. Another example. Easy. This question says a box contains 2 black balls, 1 red and 4 yellow. 2 balls are chosen without replacement from the box. Draw a tree diagram representing all possibilities. Then calculate the probability of getting 1 red ball, 2 yellow ball, 1 black ball, and 1 yellow. So to draw the tree diagram, always remember the tree diagram is for what you want. 2 balls are chosen without replacement. So we're going to draw a tree diagram with 2 balls being chosen. So you always start with the first ball. With the first ball, you can either draw a black ball, or you can draw a red ball, or you can draw a yellow ball. That's the first thing in your tree diagram. All right, so this is for the first ball. This tree right here is for the first ball. You can either draw, I'm going to use B to represent black. B represent black. We can use R represent red. And then we can use Y represent yellow. I think those are good enough. It says a box contains 2 black balls, 1 red and 4 yellow. In total, there are 2, 3, 7 balls in the bag. So it's 2 out of 7 to get a black. To get a red is 1 out of 7. To get a yellow is 4 out of 7. Nice. That's to get your first ball. Easy, soft. Then look now. After you get this now, you can either, after you get the first ball to be black, you could draw black then another black, or you could draw black then red, or you could draw black then yellow, or maybe you draw red then black, or maybe you draw red then red, which would be possible, and then maybe you draw red then yellow. Or maybe you draw yellow then black, or you draw yellow then red, or you draw yellow then yellow. This is our tree diagram. So let's put these in. So you can draw black then black, or black then red, or black then yellow. So this branch over here is for the second ball. This is for the second ball. All right. Now you can either draw red, then black, or you can draw red, then red, or you can draw red, then yellow, or you can draw yellow, then black, or you can draw yellow, then red, or you can draw yellow, then yellow. That's what you would do, but let's just jot on the different probabilities them right now. So look at this now. If you draw black first, then this would be 1 out of 6 here next, because if you choose black first, 6 ball left in the bag, and so the chance of getting another black ball is 1 out of 6. Chance of getting a red would be 1 out of 6, and the chance of getting a yellow would be 4 out of 6. Nice. Now the chance of getting a red then a black, if you draw red first, 6 balls still left, so that would be 2 out of 6 for black. Now, if you draw the one red, there'd be no red here, so that would be 0 out of 6. And this would be 4 out of 6. And what would be the probability of getting? The probability of getting yellow then black. If you draw yellow first, you have 2 black left, so it's 2 out of 6. And then it would be 1 out of 3 for red, or 1 out of 6, sorry. And then if you draw a yellow, 3 yellow you have back, so that would be 3 out of 6. This would be your tree diagram. Easy, soft. Next part of the question says, calculate the probability of getting one red ball. The probability of getting one red ball, meaning if you get one red, you can get a black and a red. Let's write it down. Probability of getting one red ball. Let's make our font text is just a little bit smaller. Nice. And so what we're saying virtually is the probability of getting one red, meaning you can get a black and a red, or you get one red, or you can get a red and a yellow, or you can get, what else you can get for one red? You can get a black and a red and a yellow. Those are the possibilities. Or you can get, or the probability of getting a red, then a black, plus the probability of getting a, plus the probability of getting a yellow, then a red. That would be it. So nice, let's work that out. All right, let's work that out. So the probability, as you can see here, the probability of getting a blue then a red, probability of getting blue is 2/7 times the probability of getting red is getting a blue then a red. See it here, blue then red, 2/7 times 1/6. That would be that right here. Right here, that would be 2/7 times 1/6. Now, let's write that on the white screen right here. So the probability of getting a red, in this case, we can see that the probability of getting a red is 2/7 times 1/6. Plus, what else now? We said you can get either a yellow and then a red. If you get a yellow, then a red, we said it is 4/7 times, to get the red now is 1/6. Nice. And then we said plus, you can get a red, then a black. So to get a red is 1/7 times, to get a black it's 2/6. Plus, then we said you can get a red, which is 2/7 times, then you can get a black, and we said a black is 6, a black, what was black? Oh, yellow, my bad, is 4 out of 6. All right, so where does 2 come from? How many red balls were there? Was 1. Sorry about that. 1 out of 7. So you evaluate that, and that would be the probability of getting a red. So you just put all of that in your calculator. 2 over 7 times 1 over 6 plus 4 over 7 times 1 over 6 plus 1 over 7 times 2 over 6 plus 1 over 7 times 4 over 6. So the probability of getting a red is 2 over 7. At least one red, there's a good chance of getting a red. Easy, soft. Probability of getting 2 yellow. So to get 2 yellow just means I get yellow then yellow. So the probability of getting yellow then a yellow, that would be equal to getting yellow and yellow mean I get yellow then yellow. That would just be 4 over 7 multiplied by 3 over 6. That would be the probability of getting 2 yellows. So the probability of getting 2 yellows is 12 over 42. That would be the probability of getting 2 yellows, 12 over 42. Then it says what is the probability of getting 1 black and 1 yellow. So you can get a black, then a yellow, or you can get a yellow, then a black. And so the probability of getting 1 black and 1 yellow is equal to the probability of getting a black, then a yellow, plus the probability of getting a yellow, then a black. That's what you do for this final one right here. But the probability of getting a black then a yellow would be probability of a black is 2 over 7 times a yellow, which is 4 over 6. 2 times 4 is 8. Then we get 8, and then over 7 times 6 is 42. So that's 8 over 42. 8 over 42, and then we multiply this by 2, and so it works out to be 16 over 42. That's the probability of getting a black and a yellow. 16 over 42. That's this one right here. That's how we do this question. Soft. 16 out of 42. Soft.